Hi, it's Laura from the Charleston Holistic Center, and the Queen of Water, Faith, and Emotion Intellect, which is the 11 of Water, is our triad for this session. The Queen of Water, with the Queen of Water as primary, we're going to talk about emotions, intuition, and empathy. These are the Queen's forte. A little heads up on Faith. In this deck, this is about having faith in yourself and your abilities. So we'll pull that into the discussion. The Emotion Intellect card is going to head us into checking out our emotional balance, which is key for those with empathic talents. Let's start with the empathy. If you're listening anytime close to August 11th, 2022, when this is published, you may have been experiencing a week that has just been off. Many people have been reporting feeling highly irritable, anxious, nervous, headaches, ears ringing, inability to concentrate, and multiple other symptoms. I pretty much never do the ears ringing thing, but most of those others, yeah. There are multiple things going on right now that are combining to create what feels like chaos energetically. It almost feels like a Mercury retrograde situation, but we're not in Mercury retrograde right now. But a lot of this discussion could apply to a Mercury retrograde situation. All right. So right now, we've just had Lionsgate. If you don't know what that is, just Google it. And 8/8, and the sun is being quite active. And yes, Trump's sphere is going bananas over a duly executed warrant. You say, oh, I don't follow that. First off, people not following and not voting got us into this particular mess. Secondly, doesn't matter about not following. The collective energy bathes you and doesn't care if you follow or not. So it's there. All right. We are all empathic, but to what extent we allow ourselves to acknowledge it varies along with how we interact with the info that comes with empathy. The Lionsgate 8/8 and active sun do mess with our biology, and that affects our biochemistry, leading to affecting what we think and how we feel. The collective Trump sphere energy is direct input into our emotional bodies. That being said, so the Queen of Water and the Emotion Intellect cards tell us to pay attention to what's making us feel off and causing dis-ease within ourselves. When we can identify an outside forcing function, like we have right now, and if you're listening at some other time, I'm wondering if you weren't drawn to this because of similar circumstances. So, an outside forcing function on our biology and emotional state, this is when we work to not have these things unduly influence us. So we feel these things, but we let them wash over us or through us. We do not let them control us. This takes a willingness to take responsibility for how we interact with others and ourselves, even when we're not feeling 100%. You can be feeling irritable, but don't have to act irritated. You can be anxious, but knowing the cause, you don't have to go into panic or drama mode. You can have a headache and your ears can be ringing, but you can be nice and compassionate to others. This isn't suppression, because that would occur with our own internally generated emotions. This is not the case. These are externally generated emotions. So we need to take responsibility and don't let this control how we show up in the world. I didn't necessarily say this was easy. However, it's what we do if we want to be that better person. Here's something else to consider. We may be feeling really weird, but we can determine how we have conversations in our own heads. Yes, this whole chaos energy can make us talk badly to ourselves. Let's not do that. Let's say nicer things to ourselves. Again, it's about realizing it's an outside forcing function, but it doesn't have to control our internal dialogue. We can control our own internal dialogue. It's a thing we can do. It is possible. It takes work, it takes responsibility, but we can do this. I know we can. I think I'll cut this here and talk about faith and the Queen of Water in the next show, as it's really a whole different topic. As always, if you found this interesting or have questions, please feel free to contact me. This is what I do. Also, if this intrigued you, confused you, ticked you off, or you just want to know what the heck I'll say next, please subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you and namaste.